primed my eyes and also underlined the bottom of my brow, and then I applied some tape because we're going to have a very defined crease. It's going to be really smoked out and really intense, and I really want like a straight line. So I just got the Morphe 350 Shimmer and the 350 Matte palettes. They're the same as the original 350, except for the original is a mixture of both, where like this one is completely shimmer. Look at how beautiful. And then I also have the completely matte. So I'm going to use a mixture of these two palettes. Then I'm also going to use some of the Makeup Geek matte eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with this brown eyeshadow right here. I accidentally just dug my nail into it, but I'm going to start with this as our transition color in the crease. And I'm focusing most of the product on the outer part of the eye, and then bringing the excess inwards. Next, I'm going to take Cherry Cola from Makeup Geek. This is a matte burgundy color, and I'm going to apply this in the crease. Gonna do little tiny circles on the outer part of the eye, just to kind of diffuse the color in a little bit. Now I'm going to take Taboo from Makeup Geek, which is a dark purple with a brown undertone. So I'm going to focus this really low on the outer corner with a crease brush first. Now I'm going to go in with a pencil brush just to really define the crease. Then I'm going to go back with my crease brush to blend it out a little bit. For the lid color, I'm going to take this champagne gold color from the Morphe 350 Shimmer palette. I'm going to spray my eyeshadow brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just so the color is a little bit more intense, a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more foiled. You want to kind of pat where the two colors meet, and that'll blend them a little bit. Where like on the inner part, I more kind of slide the color, and then towards the outer, I kind of pat it. I'm also going to mix some of this darker champagne right on top. So now we can take off the tape. So now it's time to wing out my eyeliner, make it fierce, intense. I want it really thick and dramatic. So I'm going to use the NYC Liquid liner. You can use any kind of black liner you want, but this is what I'm going to use. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes and add mascara. For lashes, I'm going to use the Samantha Lash from Blinking Beauté. These have been some of my current faves. They're really wispy and dramatic, and I love them with thick winged liner. They just look so good. To prime my skin, I'm going to use the Nivea Post Shave Balm. This is just going to help my skin stay matte because I am more oily, and it also helps your foundation to stay on longer. I just use about that much. Then I warm it up between my fingers and apply. It smells so good. Like, who needs a boyfriend when you have this, honestly? For foundation, I'm going to use the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation. I'm going to be using the shade Medium. These run pretty dark because I know a few videos back, and I've mentioned this before I've used it, I used a lighter shade. I want to say it might be light, but they run really dark because I'm self-tan. Like, you can see my body is tanner than my face, and this is like really dark. Like, this is pretty dark. Do you see how dark that is? I wouldn't consider this a medium. I feel like it's definitely more of a tan. It's very equivalent to L'Oreal True Match W6. That's my tan shade. And this tone is very similar. I feel like this is looking really crazy on camera right now because it's so dewy, but once it sets, it'll be fine. Oh my gosh, I look crazy. Now I'm going to take the Smashbox color correcting stick in the shade Light. It's the light peachy color, and I'm going to apply this under my eyes to color correct the darkness. And then I'll go in with concealer. These are so lightweight in formula, and they blend into the skin so nicely. You can even blend these out with your fingers, and they blend so easily and they don't crease. Like, that's without any concealer. It looks so, so nice. Now for concealer, I'm going to use the Morphe concealer in the shade Oats. This is the first time I'm using this, so I'm hoping it goes well. I know I swatched it on Snapchat. Really, Molly? Molly, no ma'am. It smells kind of like the Kylie lip kits. Like, it smells like that vanilla cake kind of smell. And it feels kind of like a moussey texture. Maybe it smells like the NYX soft matte lip creams. I think that's what I'm thinking it smells like. It looks so good. This eye got a little bit cakey underneath, but my right eye is going strong. Now I'm going to set my concealer with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is my holy grail, my go-to. I'm just going to use my beauty blender. For my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Powder in the shade Ebony. I'm just going to dust off any excess powder since it's been baking for a couple of minutes. I'm going to be trying a new bronzer today. I picked this up last night at Walgreens. I got the shade Medium. It's a very neutral bronzer with a lot of gray in it, which I feel like is very rare for the drugstore. And it does have shimmer in it, but I've swatched it on my hand, and the shimmer doesn't really transfer that much. Like, it looks more like a sheen. It kind of reminds me of the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, which is one of my favorite bronzers of all time. I'm gonna use a Morphe M404 brush. Ooh, a little powdery though. Let me hold it back here. You see that? Okay, here goes nothing. I don't really want a harsh contour today. I just want kind of a bronzy glow. So I figured this would be perfect for that look. Also gonna put a little bit on the sides of my nose. I mean, the shimmer doesn't look to transfer. It blends really easily too. For my blush, I'm going to be taking the shade Love from the Tarteist Blush Palette. I'm going to be using my current favorite blush brush. This is the Morphe 530. It just works so good. I'm obsessed with it. Like, it just picks up the blush so easily, and it just looks so good. And I'm focusing most of this color towards the back of my cheekbones. If you ever apply too much blush like Amanda, whew, I like to take my powder brush that I use to dust off all that powder and just kind of go over it. It'll help diffuse the color a little bit. For the waterline, I'm going to take this white pencil from Makeup Forever. Then I'm going to take some of this MAC chromagraphic pencil in the shade NC15 NW20 just to make it a little bit more nude. For my lower lash line, first I'm going to take Tiki Hut from Makeup Geek, which is a camel color, and I'm going to use this pencil brush from YAYY to buff out the shade. I'm also going to mix some of Wild West just to diffuse the color, bring it down a little bit lower, and since this has a little bit of like a rosy undertone, it's going to tie in the crease. I'm going to go back to Taboo with a definer brush to really get it right on that lash line. Then I'm going to finish with mascara on the lower lashes and MAC Nylon eyeshadow on the inner corner of my eyes. So excited for my highlight today. It's the new Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. This is the shade Precious Petals. It is absolutely gorgeous. You guys see this right now? Holy moly. Whew. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? So now I'm going to go in with Stripped Down Lip Pencil from MAC. It's a light brown color, and I'm going to line and fill in my lips. Now I'm going to take the Too Faced Melted Matte Lip Color in the shade Cool Girl. It's a cooler toned nude. You can leave it like this and go with a matte nude lip, but today I'm going to do gloss. So I'm going to go in with Cork Lip Pencil from MAC, which is a little bit darker than Stripped Down, to darken the outer corners. Also going to go in the middle of the bottom lip and top, just to kind of contour the lips a little bit. Now I'm going to apply the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeleine. This is one of my favorite nude glosses of all time. I always get asked how I get my lips to be so glossy. Honestly, I just start from the center and then move the excess outward so the most of the product is in the center of the lip. Hopefully that helps. I don't know, it's just what I do. So here's the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit subscribe down below if you haven't, to be a part of my A-team. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!